What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, you guys? So we are back again for another episode. This is the mid-season finale of season 8, episode 8, a showdown of the haves and the have-nots. So I've already been seeing it elsewhere, but they officially put it out. That's why I didn't say nothing about it. I was just waiting for the official, word to come down the pipe because, a lot of people be saying stuff just to say stuff or whatever. So I never really mentioned it. But today, Variety put it out, OWN put it out, everybody put it out that this season will be the final season of the Haves and the Have-Nots. How do I feel about that? Um, Truth be told, I'm not sad that is. No, I'm not. I'm going to be a little, because I've been here since inception. I've been here since the beginning, been reviewing since day one, I believe. And I've been hooked on the show, you know what I'm saying? And I can tell when the show is about to be on its last leg. Not necessarily that it's bad or whatever, but I can tell when it's about to end. That's what I mean about the last leg. And sometimes it's best to know when to end stuff, okay? Um, and it's gonna be sad to see the show go. It's about time. It's probably time for it to go a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, how much longer could we get out of here? But then again, most soap operas be going on. Listen, All My Children and Young and the Restless and all that shit been going on for decades, bitch. Okay, so this could have went on for decades. This could have been our black all Young and the Restless and shit like that. But Tyler got a whole bunch of other stuff. Unless he bringing other writers in, Tyler got a whole bunch of other stuff that he's doing. So other shows that he's working on, which we have to worry about that. So this show actually, and I'm sorry to get on this little tirade because it's a little bit of nostalgia for me, and it brings back memories for me, and is the reason how my connection with Tyler Perry actually came about, and I'm very, very thankful for it. Because of me reviewing this show, he saw one of my videos, and we forged a connection through that. And I'm forever grateful for that. So it's gonna be sad to see it go, but it's time. It's about time. I'm not gonna fight it. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss the characters. All I have to say is this: by the end of this episode, by the end of this season, okay, because this was the mid-season finale, it doesn't come back until May for the rest of the season. Also, the Oval comes back on. Y'all been watching Ruthless on BT Plus. I don't watch Ruthless. I tried to watch Ruthless. That's probably one of the one and only Tyler Perry shows that I could not get into. Okay, so y'all can stop asking me, could you watch it? No, I tried it with the first 4 episodes, and the first 4 episodes did not get me. Okay, I just said, girl, I can't do this. That's what it was. But the Oval coming back on next month. Y'all know I reviewed that. I do watch Sisters, and I actually do like Sisters. I just like to watch Sisters on my own and to tweet or whatever. I'll talk about it here and there because it is actually good to me. I like it. Most of the characters, they, girl, whatever. We'll get into that on another video. He got bruh. I don't take that too serious, but I still watch it. I'm waiting for the rest of the season and all that stuff. And then, he got the House of Pains and Assistant Living. I don't watch Assistant Living. But the House of Pains and all that stuff. And then he working on movies and all this other stuff. So, I just hope that we have a bomb ass season series finale. This is your makeshift. This is the one that started it all. This what started Tyler Perry on TV on OWN fandom. This has and it have nots. And we cannot go out. I'm sorry. We cannot go out the way that If Loving You Was Wrong went out. Okay? Because there was so many unanswered questions and plot points and storylines that did not get the right closure that I feel in If Loving You Was Wrong. Series finale, I was let down a little bit. We still don't know what the hell Brad was up on the mountain doing when he was digging that shit up on that hill or whatever. We still don't know nothing about that. Okay, is Joey okay, girl? What happened to Claudia Ortiz and the crime family or whatever? They came and threw that storyline in there and took it right back out, bitch. We don't know nothing that happened with that. So at the end of this series, this is what gotta happen. Okay, I'm sorry that we ain't getting to the episode yet, but the episode I can zoom past it. But this is what's gotta happen. Veronica gotta die. Okay, she gotta get severely injured to the point that the bitch is incapacitated or the bitch gotta die. Okay, that's just all that it has to be. And Jim gotta die too. Okay, not incapacitated, not in jail. That bitch gotta die. Okay, he just gotta get the fuck up out of here at this point. You know, Justin, after tonight's episode, that bitch better be burned to a crisp. Okay, he better just have his dental records. That's it. That's the only way we supposed to identify him is through his dental records. I don't want nobody dousing him with no water or nothing. Just let that bitch burn. Okay, Usher said, let it burn. Okay, let him burn. I done gave away what happened at the end, but you know it just gotta happen. But let's get up into this episode. I'm so goofy, y'all. I don't know why they made me laugh, but that made me laugh. Anyway, this episode was cool. It was cute. It was cute. It really got good at the end. It really got good literally the last fucking 5 minutes when Justin came up in that bitch. I said, bitch, the fuck you finna do? Okay? He said, I'll show you better than I can tell you. I said, then show and tell, motherfucker, show and tell. He said, okay. I said, damn, flame on. I said, who was that? Was that DC or Marvel Comics? Anyway, moving on from that. We get up into this. Girl, Landon then brought the president, okay? Charles has snuck out there to see Candace. Okay, listen, at the end of the day, this is what I'm tired of. Because we got two storylines on here, especially where the men just can't take no for a fucking answer and they are trying to pressure and force the women to be into relationships with them and to force them to love you. Why would you want to be with somebody that you know do not love you, do not want to be around you, and only are there because you are forcing them to stay their life? Why? Why? That's that relationship with Rihanna and Sandy crazy ass, okay? Little punk ass. And the same thing is going on with Charles. Landon is up here getting his feelings because, excuse me, he, Candace then called him out about the reporter, okay, coming to her mama. Oh, I didn't do that. Yes, you did. We know that you did, okay? She not stupid at this point. And, she just left out the room. She didn't want nothing to do with Charles at this point. And even if she was to change her mind, let her do that. Y'all putting all this pressure on her to change her mind right then and there. And you keep popping up. That is what they don't understand. You literally hurt this girl. Give her some time to, get over that hurt and reconcile with herself whether or not she wants to give it another go. Okay? I see your efforts. Give me some time to myself so I can get over and see if I can get over the fact that you put me out to the fucking wolves and then you put me in a trunk, bitch. You put me in a trunk, okay? I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? That is what you gotta let her do. Now, when she left out the room, Landon talking about some, come back. And he was like, no, stop. No, sir, she can't do that to you. Says the fuck what? Who gonna stop her? She a grown woman. You can't force that lady to be with that man. Okay, I don't care how texturized his hair is. You can't let him be force her to do that. And then he talking about some, she a little pissed off, which means she still got feelings for me or whatever. Now, if she was slow and calm with it, that means she was mulling things over. But she still got feelings for me or whatever. And I'm sitting here like, boy, okay, we already know they probably gonna end up together. Maybe, maybe not. Candace pregnant with his baby if she don't go out and abort that bitch. Meanwhile, because she'll do some shiesty shit like that. Benny up there talking to his mama, on the phone. Mama, no, mommy. I just want to let you know that I love you and I miss you. You get them people back their money. Listen, it ain't even about that. Listen, she was like, he said it's getting a little weird or whatever, kind of hard not to be talking to you every day. And she was like, yeah, well, I'm trying to get used to it because them people gonna be after your ass when they find out you got that money and they finally get that money from your ass. Okay. He was like, not really trying to hear that stuff. She trying to put some sense up in there. Just because your sister did this shit don't mean that you gotta follow along with it. Okay, I know we need some money or whatever, and just stuff that look too good to be true is too good to be true. Okay, you can't just take this without no consequences. Your sister been doing this shit for a long time. Okay, and you don't want to end up like her. You don't want to end up like her. People are following her. People are coming after her. You gonna be looking over your shoulder for the rest of your life until they get that money back. Ain't no telling what Jim gonna do. Okay. okay? You need to stop playing. That's what she was trying to tell her son. Of course, he ain't trying to hear that shit. He finna go look at houses with Rihanna. He gave Rihanna a whole new chance. She was like, oh my God, thank you so much for giving me another chance. I said, why don't y'all fuck already? So that Sandy can come in and he can be pissed. Because I guaranteed you, he not gonna fight Benny. He not gonna fight Benny. He probably gonna whoop Rihanna's ass, but he not gonna fight Benny. Which until Benny gonna turn into Diamond from the Pink, okay? And he gonna whoop that ass, all right? He gonna beat that ass, and he probably might shoot that nigga away with his own gun, okay? I'm just saying, bitch, I miss down in the valley where the girls get naked. If you throw bands or you know they gon' shake it. 1, 2, rack 'em. 3, 4, stack 'em, bitch. I miss my show. And let me tell you something. But damn it, I don't like the stupid Benny, okay? Girl, Hannah said, you a little slow. He said, wait a minute, I'm not slow. She said, wait a minute, no, I ain't mean slow. You got slow tendencies, okay? I ain't gonna say you slow. You just got slow tendencies. I said, bitch, ain't that what I've been saying this whole series? Benny is off, okay? Benny is a follower. He looked like he was a follower, okay? He looked like that little boy that was up in the neighborhood that could have got talked into being into the gangs, okay? That's how Benny looks. But while she was on the phone to get off the phone with Benny, Jim comes around the corner because he overheard the phone conversation, and this man just won't leave this lady alone. He finally realizes that Hannah really doesn't have anything to do with this little plot and scheme that Candace got going on, which she's been telling you from day one. You know, talking about how souls can be saved and can his spirit be saved or whatever, and all he got to do is repent and he'll be cool and all that stuff, and he don't think that it's fair that that'll happen, and then it's going to be a day for the devil and the angels go at each other. Oh, we're not talking about Candace and Benny, I'm talking about you. And she was like, girl, keep playing. Okay? At this point, Hannah is not fazed by him at no point. I said, you want to dance with the devil, bitch? She got God on her side, okay? She got God and the Holy Spirit and the Holy Ghost on her side, okay? And you not gonna win. You not gonna win, okay? You not gonna win. You can't win, child. Can you win? No, Michael Jackson said you can't win, okay? And it's just not gonna happen. Leave that lady alone, Jim. If you gonna go after her kids, she gonna rise up, okay? She know her kids ain't shit at this point, but she still gonna be a mother hen. She gonna rise up, okay? You gonna bring the devil out of her. For real. Meanwhile, Veronica talking to Ted, the little accounting dude, got him over at the house talking about the little money that's supposed to be on the that ain't no little money, $54 million on the building, the rehab centers. She was like, her stuff ain't doing well. You know what I'm saying? Get the money from Catherine, because she ain't got the funds right now. She got to sell a building or whatever. Then she'll get the money and all this stuff. She'll take care of it. He said, no, I can't do that. She was like, bitch, you been fiddling money and playing around with Catherine's money and doing all this shit for me for years. I said, bitch, Veronica been a snake. Okay, that bitch been a snake. I said back in the day, Veronica and Catherine used to be like this. At least we thought. Okay, Veronica just admitted she been playing around with Catherine's money this whole goddamn time. This is before the fallout, okay? And I'm just sitting here like, girl, you can't trust people. You call people your friends, and them, truth be told, they be your enemy right underneath your nose. Who need friends like these? Who need enemies when you got friends like these, okay? He said, no, I can't do that because she's not the executive of her estate and she done gave it to somebody else. Who she done gave it to? Bitch, when he said Hannah Young, she said Hannah Young. Hannah Young. Hannah Young. The maid? Yeah, girl, the maid. Hannah Young. The one with the wigs. She used to have a Chinese bang at first. On the first season. The one that used to feather dust everything. Hannah Young, the maid. Holier than thou, Hannah the maid. Bitch, what you trying to say to me? The maid? She was like, listen, Ted had to tell her. I know the maid, yes, and she is catching on to everything, girl. Okay, she is savvy. You know, she asking all the right questions or whatever. She ain't as dumb as she look, okay? Girl, at this point, you know, What's her face? Veronica told him to get the fuck out. Okay, at this point, she was so befuddled. She was so befuddled, baffled, and blown the fuck over. Oh, she just didn't know what to do with herself. She said, Hannah motherfucking Young. This bitch gotta be crazy. She must be on that stuff. Okay, jail is really getting to her if she got this girl at the handles of her the executive of her shit. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that. Meanwhile, another situation with Tanner comes over there to Veronica place to talk to her and to tell her, listen, I want to thank you for giving me that information. Turns out that it was true. You know, Justin did what you said up in them papers to them dudes, okay? And I'm sorry for what he did to your son. She said, bitch, I ain't got no son. I said, ooh. It's like that, and I'm not even surprised. Okay, she been spitting all this shit, bitch. That's why Jeffrey stabbed you in your titty. You better be glad you had. I will never forget that episode when he stabbed her in her titty. In that episode, was it the one when did she fall over the banister after she stabbed her? Bitch, that shit was funny because we really thought that Veronica was out, and that silicone, that hard ass silicone, saved her ass. Okay, I said, why is it so hard like that? It ain't even a gushy kind. It's the gelatin time that just stays frozen like that. Bitch, you need to get them things replaced because I think they was defected. I think they was defected. Okay. Anyway, because it didn't even leak in her system or nothing. I said, what type of titties you go get, Veronica? You Miss Harrington, right? Bad bitch, and them type of titties you get? No. But anyway, you know, he was like, okay, so what you want done? I want you to bring Kobe ass up in here, okay, and get your people together. You know, you ex-military, right? I said, you know, Kobe was like in the Navy or the, you know, Special Armed Forces or something that he said he was too. So what you saying? You know, Kobe beat your ass, sir, and you was ex-military. So what you got to do, okay? Oh, no, he got to get a little army of people to fuck around with Kobe, bring him over there to Veronica place. And then this bitch said, listen, you was ex-military, you dealing explosives, because I used to have a dude. I said, Veronica don't care. Dude could have had a goddamn wire on him. You know what I'm saying? He could have been playing her and she putting out her whole plan to him. I said, that wasn't a smart move. You know, my man be thinking like, that ain't no smart move. I'm not going to tell my every move to a stranger. Because technically speaking, Tanner still is a stranger and whatever he's doing can't implement himself. But also he's white, so he probably can get away with it. We seen what happened with the Capitol. Okay? I'm just saying y'all was thinking it. I just said it. You know, even if you wasn't thinking it, I put the thought up in your head. Okay? So, at this point, I'm sitting here like, you telling him too much. Girl, she talking about the old dude that I had that used to do the explosive, you know, got himself fucked up and got him taken on the charge or whatever. Tanner said he was stupid. Okay, I wouldn't do that. But I get my buddies together and do what we got to do. You know, she basically said, I want to go back to the beginning. You know, I just want to have a peaceful life. You know, no husband and no son. I said, damn, you really don't fuck with Jeffrey like that. That bitch was marinating in your womb for 9 months. Or was he a preemie? 7 to 9 months, he was up in that bitch playing. And you just ain't, the connection just cut off because he like, dick? What? Cold-blooded, bitch, you gotta go. Okay? And I'm sitting here like, oh, she got glee from that. He was like, no doubt, I'll get that shit done for you. I'm sitting here like, Veronica, you scandalous. I don't like that. Meanwhile, down at the Iron Bone, Sandy sitting there playing on his phone. Girl, I'm thinking he playing on a video game or whatever, like you know, niggas usually do or whatever. Bitch, Mitch come up in there and trying to see what's good because he felt hearing that people keep on talking about him, that Vinny want him and want to talk to him. And he like, bitch, what did I do? And Sandy was like, listen, truth be told, I ain't even supposed to be telling you this, but you obviously did something. And Uncle Vinny, he want to know, okay, because he been asking around or whatever. I wasn't supposed to tell you, but you know, I'm telling you. I said, then shut the fuck up, Sandy, you know, but gave him a little heads up and told him don't say nothing. And he was like, you and that black boy, okay, he trying to figure out what that shit is or whatever. And Mitch was like, bitch, what the fuck you supposed to be up here doing? I'm watching a bar. Okay, he said, bitch, you are on your phone and ain't nobody up in here. What are you doing? He was like, I'm looking at a sex tape. She said, bitch, you made a sex tape. No, Rihanna made a sex tape. I said, and I bet you filmed it without her permission. Of course. Of course. Y'all, speaking of sex, you know, all this talks about the Sex and the City reboot. I'm going off on a tangent. Bear with me. I'll be back in a second. Okay, just taking a turn around the block. Um, it had me just a little bit curious because everybody was hype, and I'm talking about like white, black, all of them. Everybody's hype about this, And in that feelings that Samantha won't be back on the Sex and the City reboot, and I was a little confused. But something said, Ashley, why don't you go? You got HBO Max. All the seasons are on HBO Max, so give it a go. I looked at the first season and I'm sitting here like, the fuck is this shit? I'm gonna continue watching it because I started it, so I gotta finish it out. Now, y'all said on Twitter that it gets better after the first season, okay? But, already Samantha is my girl, okay? Samantha is my girl. Samantha is sexually free and I love it. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm just like, what is this? This is what y'all hyping up? Because if it was just me judging off the first season, I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to give it a go. I just wanted to let y'all know that. Now, let's go back around the block, okay, to the initial point. So, moving on from that, Mitch had to tell Benny something, make sure he watch his back, trying to ask him, was Uncle Vinny up there looking at him or whatever. He was like, no, but, he gonna do what he gotta do. And Candace come up there, they having a little conversation about Charles, and at the end of the conversation, basically what it comes about is her wanting to take her money and just leave, and that, Charles still got a thing for him, for Candace, and that Benny can see this. Benny was like, that man's still up into you. Like, he really love you. He wants you or whatever. And she was like, bitch, I'm finna take my money and I'm just finna go where they can't find me. And she was like, we should have went to a rinky-dink hotel because they wouldn't have been able to find me, period. You know what I'm saying? And so they was going through all of that, talking and all that shit. And at the end of the episode, let me tell you something. I'm fast forwarding it because some parts really didn't care. Jeffrey was over there at Madison house. Madison came over there. Hey, Jeffrey, what you doing, boo? And he was like, hey, boo, how you doing? You looking good? How was work? Your muscles is all big and stuff and inflated or whatever, looking a little stressed out. You want me to rub your back and everything or whatever? Kick your feet up so I can rub them too. Madison looking like, what is this? He was like, listen, no, for real, I just want to get to know you, take you out on a date. You know what I'm saying? Just give us another chance or whatever. What did Kobe tell you, bitch? Because remember last week, Kobe told Jeffrey that Madison was a hoe. Madison was a hoe, and he changed his hoeing ways to be with Jeffrey. And so Jeffrey thinking about it like, damn, I should give him a real chance now instead of just looking at him the way that I was looking at him prior. So let's go out to eat. And Madison took him up on that offer. They out there eating at this little Mexican restaurant. It looked like a hole in the goddamn wall. Now, unless they made it like that, I couldn't eat in a restaurant like that. First of all, I really don't like eating in restaurants because I don't like eating in public, fat bitch eating. That's the insecurity of mine. We'll work on that. But the walls was all fucked up. It looked like water damage, but they probably did that on purpose, to give it a little grungy feel. I said, okay, trying to make it look like it was here for a while, but it was built in 2019. Anyway, so they did all that, and we get to know some stuff about them. Jeffrey want to get him a new chance, and he like him, and that thing that you do that makes me go ooh, and they having a little good conversation. Jeffrey started talking about the family because, Madison asked how his daddy was doing and, is he okay with everything that happened or whatever. I just don't want him looking at me the crazy the way he been looking at me and all that stuff. Cool. What about your family? How's your family? Well, they crazy ass, conservative ass Republicans and shit. They drive me fucking crazy, but I love their ass. I said, okay. Next thing you know, here comes, and the night was going good. And here comes Justin ass. Fucked up face at all, okay? With this coat on. Obvious that he's hiding something in the coat because his arm is over like this. Girl, he take the chair from the table behind them, and it's a goddamn gun in his hand. I said, why do you got a gun up in here and ain't nobody see this but them? He's sitting at that table. He looking at them like, oh, so this what y'all doing? This what y'all doing? Now, Jeffrey, let me tell you something. My life is fucked up because of you, okay? And he said, no, boo, your life is not messed up because of me. Your life is messed up because of you. I didn't ask you to change your life, okay? You came after me, bitch. You initiated this whole thing. You did this. And just to keep on forgetting that, all right, he put that gun on the table. They trying to convince him to give me the gun, but he wouldn't. Madison tries to get us to call the police. He told him to sit that ass down, okay? You better sit that pretty ass down. That little tight ass. You better sit it down, okay? He was like, all right, calm the fuck down, bro. He was like, you need to get some help to get some, somebody to talk to and all this stuff. And it was like, first of all, you was fucking him. And he said, bitch, first of all, I don't owe you nothing because I don't know you. I was trying to get to know you. Mind you, he talking to Madison at this point. I was trying to get to know you in the hospital. Bitch, no. Okay, after all this shit, don't nobody want to get to know a psycho. Okay, we ain't got time for that. Bitch, speaking of, if you like the history stuff, the Night Stalker docu-series about to come on Netflix tomorrow. And what's his name? Ramirez. Y'all, if y'all, I'm into that. I'm into documentaries and shit like that. But anyway, especially if you into true crime and stuff like that, girl, yeah. Okay, I'll be watching that tomorrow at work. But anyway, so he talking and all this shit. And he was like, the shit that you make me do. And all of a sudden, Jeffrey all but called the nigga crazy. He called him crazy without saying he was crazy. Okay, you ain't want to, rock the boat. The boat was already unsteady. Okay, it's already holes up in that bitch and it's already sinking. We don't know how far that bitch about to sink, okay? It's about to be 2 feet or is it about to be 12? We don't know at this point. But bitch, Justin said it's about to be 25, okay? Because at this point, Justin said, do you smell something? He was like, well, bitch, I smell gasoline. He said, it sure damn ain't no cologne. Next thing you know, Justin gets up and lit himself on fire. I said, well, at least it wasn't Jeffrey. I said, bitch, let that bitch burn, okay? Don't douse him with no goddamn water. Don't put no pop on him. Don't go in the back and, don't put no towel on him. Don't jump on top of him and don't roll him. Stand there and look at that motherfucker like this. Well, that problem is solved. That's how you do it. But anyway, that was the Hands and a Half Nots. You guys tell me how you feel about it, how you feel about the season ending, and I will see you guys later. Will I see y'all tomorrow? No, I will see y'all Friday. Friday I got Love After Lockup and the Bell Collective that comes on Friday as well. So that's a new show I'm adding to the roster. If you want to watch it, you can watch the reviews. It comes on Friday nights on, okay? And I will see you guys later. Peace.